Hi everyone, this is Laurel Check. I just wanted to share with you a journal that I made for my daughter. It's a cat themed journal, and wanted to take you through it today and show you some of the items that I used to put it together. So this is a book that I just repurposed the cover for. It definitely was not quite big enough on the spine, so I had to expand it with a little bit of chipboard. And then I used some of the craft text paper to put on the outside here to expand it. And also when I did the sewing of it and put the pamphlet stitch sewing together, I used a piece of this to sew it to. And also I wanted to let you know that a good portion of the cat pictures in here and illustrations were done by a gal named Leslie Anne Ivory. She's an amazing painter and she does beautiful cats, so that's where I've gotten a lot of those paintings. I just wanted to give her credit because she's so good and so amazing. So anyway, so let's go ahead and take you through it. For the closure, I just put a ribbon through here. I punched through the cover using my new crocodile, and it worked fantastically. So anyways, let's go through it. So the first page here, I just put some nice beautiful paper on here and adhered it with the ribbon going through underneath, and I actually used this Nito tape to get this on here. It's a fantastic adhesive transfer tape, and I can't say enough about it. I love it. I would marry it if I could. Anyway, so then to let you know, I used a wax thread for the binding, and which is actually this. I use this color, but it's this right here. I got that at Michael's. And then also I just used some bookbinder's needles, some random bookbinder needles that I found on Amazon. They were cheap. Got them come in a pack of 6. Then I used this quite a bit. This is Tim Holtz center ruler, which is really nice because it's got the 0 in the middle, which is very helpful when you're doing a book. And then of course I used an awl, which I've had forever. I don't know where I got it. And then this tacky glue has been really essential, and it's done a fabulous job in regards to gluing the signatures down and gluing this down here. Did a great job. So I'm going to go ahead and take you through it. And this first page is just from a ledger, check register that I coffee dyed. That's Leslie's illustration there. This is my daughter with our kitten Akane when she was just a little baby. And then this is Charles Wysocki, taken from a calendar. And you can see where I've used some staples here. They're really big Herkin staples, but it's done with this EK Success stapler. I've had that for a long time. I don't know if they even sell it anymore. Then this is just a place for her to journal. My daughter is a writer, so I've been trying to put as much space for her to write in as possible. And then this is taken from a calendar. Charles Wysocki is the artist. Then these cards here, or I'm sorry, envelopes. I found a bunch of these on Amazon, and I will show you another picture of them because they come in a really nice pack of like 6 different designs or something, and they're just darling. This is a little mini painting I did for an ATC swap, so that's just a print of that. And then I did use a fair amount of jelly papers in here that I had printed on deli paper, so that's what this is. This is an old greeting card, Christmas card that I got from a neighbor, and I saved it forever, and finally I'm using it. I just think it's darling. I added some pattern paper on here from a sewing pattern in order that my daughter could write on this a little bit better, given the background. Then I found these envelopes on Amazon, so I have some pink ones and some blue polka dot ones. Here is a picture of our cat Benji that we used to have, and that was pulled into Pixlr, I think, and I added a pattern to it. On every signature where I've done the knotting in the middle, I've added these little butterflies to finish it off. And here's the kitty cats we used to have. That's Cerebus, Sabrina, and Astoria. I think my husband took like 50 pictures in order to get one where they were all actually looking at the camera. And then here's the back side of that card, that greeting card. More deli prints, some moths. This is a really beautiful fuzzy paper that I found somewhere. I don't know, it's just in my stash. And that's a Kane. And then here's just another one of those little envelopes with a little painting that I did of Benjamin, watercolor that I did a long time ago. A little embellishment there. And there's a Kane again. A nice die cut doily paper there. Check register. And then here's another Charles Wysocki. We actually have a lot of his prints, his signed prints at home. This is that envelope. And then here's another tag for her to write on with a Laurel Birch stamp there. And then this is taken from Leslie Anne Ivory's book cover, and I just added some lines on it so my daughter can journal on that. Some more staples. And then there's Cerebus and my daughter. And I added some tissue to this paper as well to give it that pretty green, minty green color. And then here we have another tag for her to write on. And this cute little stamp I have of an angel kitty. This is Leslie Anne Ivory. And then these glassine envelopes I found on Amazon. You can find everything on Amazon, people. Just go there. You'll find what you need. This is just a little piece of ledger paper. And I happen to have this dream stamp. I think I found that at the thrift store. And then this is a painting that I did for an ATC trade. It's just a print of it. And you can see here where I've used the pattern tissue paper because there's the scissors. Another Leslie. And then Charles Wysocki. And then some more places for her to journal. And there she is with their kitty that we used to have. And this is a painting I did for my mother. It's actually a rather big painting, but it's like 12 by 12 or something like that. And then this is just a piece of paper that I coffee dyed and I got from somewhere. And then this is another Charles Wysocki. And then she can take this out and she can write on here and write on the card itself. And there's another beautiful painting by Leslie Anne Ivory. This is some calligraphy that I did. And this is, I put a little wash on it or something, and then, so that kind of gave it that blurriness, which I actually kind of like. And then some stamps of flowers. This is just a folded piece of cardstock, which I then created a pocket out of. So this is another place for her to write on. And then I stuck this in there, which is a sweet picture of my niece having an experience with a real tiger. Totally jealous of that, but whatever. That's awesome. I added this beautiful peacock feather to go with the peacock page here. And then another Charles Wysocki pocket. This is actually a piece of some paper that I painted over, which was an old assignment of mine from, like, I don't know, grade school or something. I got a B+. 1973. Oh, Lord. That shows you how old I am. All right, so then just added some... Oh, actually, I wanted to show you, I did use a fair amount of this, which is some shoe polish. Weird as it sounds, it's a lovely color, and it works really well. So I think I might have used that on here. And more Leslie Anne Ivory. Some pretty papers, and there's Akane, and there's Benjamin. This is a bookmark that I bought for Sydney, for my daughter, for because she likes wolves. And I'm assuming she's going to want me to make her a wolf journal next, probably. This is a painting I did for my friend Trinette for a ATC swap. There's the other side of that calligraphy paper. Another Leslie, beautiful painting. This is tissue paper applied to that scrapbook paper. A little doily. This is a tag that has, it's made out of Bengal Spice packaging. I've always loved that package. Little tigers. This is, I had a stamp with Sydney's name on it that I just stuck on here, and I used the Stays On ink. It was kind of blank without something in that heart. More deli paper, painting. Here's a little book that I made from Leslie Anne Ivory's book, but I just did a simple stitch in there so that she can have another place to write. This is another Charles Wysocki with just a little glassine envelope with some more of that pretty moth paper. More butterflies. This is an envelope that I got from who knows what. I didn't buy it. It came from something. I just kind of wrinkled it up and put it in there. This tag, this hardware here I found on a package from something I bought from Martha Stewart. So I thought it was cool, so I saved that. This is a cute little kitty angel. I don't know where I got that. I think maybe one of my ATC friends sent me that. Here's another one of those envelopes, and I will show you a picture of the envelopes in the comments so you can find out how many different ones you can get, and it was a great buy on Amazon. This is a really pretty darling painting from one of my cat books. I don't know who was the artist, unfortunately. Doily. And then here's where I glued in a piece of the calligraphy paper here that I did. And then this is actually half of an envelope. You'll see the other half on the other side of the book as we get towards the end. Coffee dyed. Little tag. And this really pretty doily paper. You see this page is in here really crooked, but whatever. And some vellum. This is a darling postcard I got from my friend Casey. And I just put some stuff on the back so my daughter can write on it. And more writing area. Another beautiful painting by Leslie. More writing space. More vellum. Nice kitty taking a nap. And I love this painting here. I don't know who did it, but it's so pretty. And then more of that pretty doily paper. The other half of the envelope. Use some old vintage stamps. And then this is the very end of the book. And there you have it. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.